evening. Welcome to the 12 News Connected Desk. I'm Maya Daniels, and right now we're talking about just weather because the winter storm we've been talking about for days is finally here. So we have an update from Storm Team 12 meteorologist Peyton Sanders on this cold, blustery day.
I know, right? Before the snow even got here, it was just so cold today.
Yeah.
We were forecasting that earlier in the weekend. This past weekend, we saw the signs in the computer models. It's going to get cold on Friday. We were thinking it might not hold off till the weekend or so. And then, we saw signs of maybe a winter storm coming. Didn't know for sure if it would hold together because, sometimes these things change.
Yeah.
But here we are, and we're getting the snow now.
8 inches to 12 inches here in Wichita.
It's going to be our biggest winter storm of the season so far. And as we look at the radar picture right now, we do have snow coming down. It's been snowing for a good part of the day in western Kansas, but that snow is now stretching into the central and eastern portions of the state. So we'll start in south central Kansas, Wichita, starting to see some flurries and light snow. We have seen some flurries throughout the day and into this evening, but the snow will start to pick up in intensity here as we go throughout the evening hours. We have more bands of some moderate snow with those darker shades of blue into southwest Kansas. This is all moving from west to east and then back into the northwest part of the state. Been dealing with some snow today around Hayes on up into northwest Kansas toward Oakley. Not quite as much snow near the Nebraska border from Phillipsburg over to St. Francis. That's kind of the areas of the state that will get the least amount of snow, with the setup heaviest snow being southern Kansas. Salina dealing with a band of snow right now. That is extending into northeast sections of Kansas. Here's I-70 at Hayes. You can see some partially snow-covered roadways, especially that left lane that's not traveled as much. So we're starting to see some snow accumulation on the roadways, the interstates in the Hayes area. So that's something we're watching. And in Wichita, we've seen just about a light dusting on the kind of the grassy surfaces, kind of on the edges of the streets. Nothing too significant in Wichita just yet. I think by 11 o'clock this evening, we'll have about an inch of snow on the ground in Wichita. Totals 8 to 12, south central and southeast Kansas. Wichita probably coming in on the lower end of that range, closer to 8, maybe 7. But that's the way things look for Wichita. There will be some higher totals along the Oklahoma border. Oklahoma could see more than a foot of snow.
Wow.
Now with this setup, 6 to 8, Hayes down to Dodge City over towards Salina. Again, those lesser totals, far western and northern Kansas. Again, this is getting started now, and it will run through very early Sunday morning. I think for most of the state, the snow will be done by daybreak Sunday. But we'll time that out here for you in our future track. This evening, snow continues to expand. You can see some of that snow coming through Wichita through midnight. So we will start to get some accumulation, probably get some accumulation on the roadway as well. The pavement is definitely cold enough for this to stick. And then we'll start to see a little bit of a break coming up tomorrow. I think once we get into the late morning and afternoon, we're going to see snow break up for a little bit, but we're not done yet. So if you don't see snow all day long tomorrow, don't be surprised. We're going to see some breaks from here from time to time, but there's going to be a final wave of some snow coming across south central and southeast Kansas Saturday evening into the night, and that could be adding some additional totals to south central and southeast Kansas. And then notice by daybreak on Sunday, it all gets out of here, and this winter storm will start to wind down. Wind chills, that's the other big factor. We're into dangerously cold territory. When you get these feels like temperatures 15 degrees below zero or colder, that's when you start to get concerned about frostbite in as little as 30 minutes. So look at our wind chills, our feels like temperatures at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, about 20 below zero. So again, that is dangerously cold. Wind chill Sunday morning. If you have going to head into church services or heading out anywhere Sunday morning, we're still talking 10 to 15 degrees below zero. We do have some church cancellations already coming in for Sunday, so check that out. See if you have closings there. And then Monday morning, this is something we're watching for the kids at the bus stop. It's highly possible that some schools either delay or cancel on Monday due to this extreme cold during the morning. And you come to think about it, we're going to still have some snow cover on the ground. Roads will continue to be cleared out, but really the cold is going to be the big factor coming up Monday morning. So we could be extending our weather alert days out to Monday to cover that dangerous cold. So even though the snow is going to get out of here by early Sunday, the cold weather is going to stick around for a few days. So we're just getting started here. Again, Wichita just now starting to see snow pick up here in a little bit. Again, I think by 11 o'clock midnight, we'll have about an inch or so on the ground. And then we'll accumulate probably 3 or 4 inches by daybreak tomorrow, and then we'll get that second wave coming in tomorrow evening into the night, and yeah, potentially 7, 8 inches of snow possible.
So it seems like most of the snowfall will just be like overnight, usually, not during the daytime as
Yeah,
much.
don't be surprised if you're out and about or just even in your home looking out and going, where's the snow tomorrow?
Right.
It's probably
coming
not
at
going
night.
to snow all day. It'll be kind of off and on. So that's the key takeaway. But even with those breaks, I still think we could end up getting, up to 8 inches of snow. It's a fluffy snow. When temperatures are this cold, it's not a wet, thick snow. It's fluffy, so it stacks up a lot faster.
Right.
So that's the reason why we're forecasting some of the higher totals with this setup. It'll melt down to probably about a ½ inch of liquid moisture. So that's what will end up in the ground once it all eventually melts away. But that's the other thing with the snow on the ground. Cold temperatures, not dangerously cold, but still 30s throughout most of next week. So, we've been spoiled by a lot of warm weather.
70 degrees on Christmas.
Yes. We're back to reality here this week.
Is there any ice concern for people who are going to be driving around Kansas?
Yeah, no ice for Kansas. If you're heading south, though, that's a big deal.
Right.
Texas, Arkansas, into the deep south, they're dealing with a ½ inch or more of ice glaze.
Wow.
That's a big deal for them because they don't really have the salt trucks like we do.
They're not used to that.
Yeah, to help treat the ice. So a big deal down south. Again, Oklahoma is going to get probably more than 12 inches of snow with this setup. So any travels taking you south to Kansas, that's going to be probably our biggest concern. Of course, we've got our own issues here with the snow, but even bigger deal south of Kansas.
Well, yeah, I've seen even Southwest Airlines has canceled all their flights in and out of Wichita, so definitely some travel concerns
flying
there.
is going to be a mess because you just think, okay, it's not just Kansas, it's other states, and then those flights, and then one plane gets delayed.
Right,
and it just
affects everything.
Yeah, it ripples through the system. So flying is going to be a difficulty for tomorrow. But again, we will see some breaks. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get some flights in, maybe a brief period to clear off the runways and stuff like that. So we're just getting started. But again, be prepared for the snow tonight, tomorrow, into tomorrow night. And that cold is going to stick around through Monday.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Peyton. We got some resources on our website that I'm going to show you how to get to right now while Peyton ducks out.
Yep.
So let's get to that. Okay, perfect. So here, you can head out, Peyton, if you want. So here we are on our website. If you go to kwch.com and click on this little hamburger menu right here and come down here to where it says links we mentioned. So right in here, oops, sorry about that. There we go. Okay. KWCH 12. If you come to this hamburger menu, click, this is how I got to this page. Click on the links we mentioned tab here and scroll down a little ways. You can also find this on your mobile device. Right here at the top, we have this weather resources section where we have all these links that could be helpful to you while you're navigating this winter weather this weekend, including right here is the Always On Storm Team 12 Live. So if you were to open this, it's going to open the live stream that has constant weather coverage here in Kansas, so you can always see what the temperature currently is in your area and radar coverage. Right here is the closings tab. So if you come into here, you'll see all of the churches, businesses, and schools that have submitted to KWCH that they're going to be closed and what dates they're going to be closed. So that can be a really helpful resource as well. Going to come back here. We also have a link to Can Drive, which is going to show live road conditions around the state, including cameras and specific descriptions of roads. So I'm going to click in here so you can see what I'm talking about. So right here, all these cameras is going to show you live road conditions. This is just Wichita, but you can scroll out and you're going to see the entire state of Kansas here. It's kind of overwhelming to look at, but over here on the right, you can select specific things you're interested in. So if you just want to see cameras, you can uncheck all of these other things and just see the cameras in these areas. You can zoom in. For example, if you want to see the road conditions in Hayes, you can zoom in here and click on one of the cameras, and it's going to pull up that live shot. So as you can see here, there's some snow accumulating on the road out here. I'm going to X out of here so you can see the road conditions section. I'm going to zoom out again. This time I'm going to uncheck cameras and just select winter driving. So you'll see there's all these different colors on the highways around the state. If you don't know off the top of your head what those mean, I certainly don't, we're going to come over here to where it says legend, click on here, and it's going to tell you all the brown roads are where there's icy spots, blue is partially covered, purple is completely covered, and red is going to tell you if the road is closed. So we see there's definitely some roads being affected out here in western Kansas. So this can just be like a really helpful resource. If you're going to be traveling around the state, you can be aware of what the roads are like before you leave. So back to this links we mentioned page, we have this one right here, which is the City of Wichita Snowplow Tracker. So you can see where current snow plows are around Kansas. I'm going to click in here. This is just for Wichita, so it's not going to be too helpful if you're not located in Wichita. But if you are, I'm going to wait for this to load. Okay, here it is. So it's going to show the map of Wichita, and you can see on here all of the different snow plows and their names, and then the little dots indicate where these snow plows are and where they've been. You can select if you want to see where they've been in the last 24 hours, where they've been in the last 60 minutes, the last 15 minutes, or their current position. And as you can see, some of them have some really funny names, like No More Mr. Ice Guy, Little Snow Peep, Snow and Tell. So just some funny names there. We also, on the links we mentioned page, have a link where you can name your favorite City of Wichita snowplow. So if you want to look in here and vote for those, you can do that as well. So finally, this is another great reminder, if you don't already have our KWCH12 app downloaded, this is a great time to do that. So we're going to send breaking news alerts through the app, but we also send weather alerts. So in a case like today, when you want to stay updated on snow totals, when that snow is going to hit, and when we're having these live streams discussing that weather, it's a great idea to download this app so you always know what's happening near you. You can also access Storm Team 12 information anytime through our app and the Storm Team 12 app. So they're two separate apps. I'd recommend getting both of those. You can access those apps on your phone, or if you would rather watch on TV, you can download the 12 News app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire Stick device. So through those, you can watch live newscasts like this one, and you can always watch live Kansas weather through the Always On Storm Team 12 live stream. And then the last thing we're going to talk about, we actually have a live blog up on our website right now tracking changes throughout Kansas. So I'll show you how to get to that live blog right now. If we're going to go back to our computer here, if you're on the kwch.com website, we have it pinned to the top here. So right here, live blog, EARP in effect for Wichita. So if you click in here, we have a live stream, a video playlist of all of the coverage we've been doing of this winter storm so far. We have a live stream for Storm Team 12, and then we've been doing updates throughout the day on changes that we've been seeing. For example, the emergency accident reporting plan is now in effect in Wichita, as well as Derby and Mays. We have a description of what that means. So if you're in a wreck and there are no injuries, you can drive your vehicle, and if no drugs or alcohol are involved, you do not have to call 911. This helps because there's probably going to be quite a few accidents on the road. So this kind of helps our emergency response teams not have to go out to every single accident if there was no injuries and no drugs or alcohol involved. And so then you fill out a report later. So we have all that information in here, as well as information about Southwest canceling their flights. And in here we also have a way for you to submit weather photos. So down here is a gallery of people who have already submitted the snow they're seeing around Kansas. So if you click right here on Add Media, it gives you the opportunity to submit your own photos and videos so that we can feature them on our website and our social media. And within this live blog, we also have winter storm resources. Some of the same ones I showed you before, but this one also has an Evergy outage map, so you can track if you're having any outages near you. So that is all we have right now from the 12 News Connected Desk, but we'll be following the storm throughout the rest of the night and all day tomorrow and Sunday. So be sure to check in for 12 News starting at 9.